Welcome traders, and you are looking at the monthly Dow and you are listening to Mike Hamilton Trade Easy Way. And so the monthly chart is telling me that we are still officially in an uptrend from the point of view that all we've done here at the low is tested the 50 MA, tested this fib level, and we're holding up. After this heavy month of selling, we had September was weak, but not an extreme bear move. Okay, so what I'm looking at is a test potentially of this level here, and potentially of the low of August. Sorry, that's July. Okay, so that means we could be heading for some kind of push up here if we can get going on the back of this non-farm payroll and breach 16.5. So as we get non-farm payroll out of the way, and as when we get to the weekend, then we can look for some areas to get short. This is clearly, after a big move like that, looking for some further downside, but we're not ready yet. If you look at the symmetry of 0708, we had a big downdraft here, and then we spent about 3 or 4 months pulling back into this big down bar before getting the next wave down. And this is what I'm looking at here. I'm looking for a very similar picture here where we can push a little bit higher, potentially crack up into somewhere into that area, and then when we get a sell signal on the daily, we can get swing trade short and potentially wind our way down. Okay, we've had 7.5 years of a bull run. This was long overdue. This correction was long overdue, and it could get quite nasty if we break 15,000. Break 15,000, then we're looking at least 14,000. All right, but more on that as time unfolds. In the meantime, this daily is, with an hour and 15 minutes to go, fairly neutral. This is typical when you go into a big day-to-day like non-farm payroll. So we've so far held this area here on these two dips, and we are neutral at the moment as we are going into tomorrow's data. So this is going to be interesting. If we can close above 16.4, that opens the gates for a push into potentially 17,000. In the meantime, we are clearly bearish. The 50 and the 20 MA that you see there are looking to potentially cross. Every time those two get tested, they tend to get some short signal. The only time we spent some time by the 20 MA was in the middle of September, and then quickly got back underneath it. Okay, so stand aside for now, and let's see where we are. Let's have a look at dollar basket. So we have finished the month here on with a higher close. If we can breach 96.80, then we're going to see a lot more strength in the dollar. But I'd be very, very interested to see if we climb to 98.60. I'd be very, very interested to see what happens at that stage, because this is very toppy. This is a huge run up here since 18 months ago, May last year. So yeah, I think there's some signals that this is too toppy, and that could come down after a push higher, but let's see what we get. Okay, so that means let's now look at the gold. Gold here is pretty flat. We're in something of a flag here. So if the dollar is going to get weaker, we could see this break up. if the dollar's going to get stronger, then this is just going to roll. I would suggest short term, this is going to roll, and we could come and see 95. So be careful on that one. Which leads me to the Aussie pairs. Lower close in the Aussie, bit of a stopping bar there. So if we start breaking above 71, this could see some recovery. We're certainly in apex on this daily. Support underneath us, little hammer-like bar here on the 29th on Monday. Pushed into the 20 EMA and so far sold, but we are about to close higher. Clearly in a downtrend, we could just break 69.40 and roll over, but stay tuned. And basically, my suggestion to you at this stage is just to sit on your hands, because all of these charts are sitting here on the edge. So we look as if we're going into the close with a holding pattern in the pound US, but nothing more. We're under that trend line. If we breach these lows, then we are going to drop. You can see there's 3 lower closes on the pound US dollar monthly. So it's weak and we are right on the line. Okay, so I'll just quick look at oil and then I'll leave this video here because there really isn't anything to trade here at the moment. Oil spiked up to 46.85, 47 and sold off down to 45. Lower close in the monthly, engulfing the previous month's bar. That is right on the line. So stay tuned. I think what we might get here is either tomorrow or into next week a push into 46 and maybe a retest of 47, and at which point I think this could roll over. Closing like that to me suggests that this market is not going to have it, but all we've got to do tomorrow, we are so close, so finely balanced here, all we've got to do is just get a little pullback, hold, and then this could just accelerate. So if it does accelerate, then we need to buy a pullback next week, but in the meantime just stay put. Okay, I'm going to leave the video there and look forward to seeing the next update. I'm not going to trade tomorrow, I'm just going to stand aside. It's very, very choppy, it's very volatile. I just want to let the market do what it wants to do tomorrow and then pick my spot next week. Alright, hope that helps and be careful out there and see you at the next update.